New information on a funeral home mistake in the Bronx. Earlier this week, we spoke with a grieving son who was shocked to find another woman in his mother's casket.
Well, now we're hearing from the other family whose loved one was cremated by accident. TV 1055's Brian Conybeare reports on the mortuary mix-up.
Donald Little lost his mother on Christmas Day.
It was just heartbreaking.
A retired nurse, Annie Little, was 82, struggling with breast cancer and kidney disease, but her death was only the beginning.
It makes me feel like I'm living in a nightmare.
Little went to McCall's Bronxwood Funeral Home in the Bronx, but in a tragic mix-up, they sent his mother's body to the wrong funeral. And then the unthinkable happened.
The next day, they cremated her. And my family don't believe in cremation. I don't believe in cremation.
The funeral home admitted what happened in this letter obtained by TV 1055. Quote, "Please accept my apologies for mistakenly having your mother, Annie Little, cremated. In a tragic case of mistaken identity, the mortuary confused Annie Little, seen here on the left, with Val Jean McDonald on the right. The McDonald family held an open casket funeral at this church in Harlem and thought cancer and a long hospital stay had changed their mother's appearance. But when Little and his daughter saw the photos,
So we both looked and he was like, that's not my mother. And my daughter was like, that's not my grandmother.
for the first time, the owner here at the Bronxwood Funeral Home is speaking out in an exclusive interview with TV 1055 and publicly apologizing to Donald Little. James Alston admits his workers made a terrible mistake, and they're changing procedures because of it. One would think that there are precautions in place to prevent this from happening.
You know, and you're absolutely right. Ordinarily, we use a toe tag on the deceased. But now we've also included a wristband.
But that does nothing to change what happened to Annie Little.
I wanted to view my mother and send her off on some peaceful terms. Instead, she got burnt. And I can't fathom. It's just heartbreaking.
For both families involved. Brian Conybeare, TV 1055.
Donald Little is planning to sue the funeral home. The McDonald family tells TV 1055 they are still grieving and coming to grips with what happened.